Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's webinars that being introduced by KNX ZONE, Certified KNX Training Center and Systems Integrator. This is the fifth KNX webinar. Last days, we have 4 successful webinars with EBB, Hager, Zennio, thinknx, and Elsner. Today, I'd like to introduce BES. BES-KNX is a trademark of Ingenium's KNX products. Ingenium is a Spanish company founded in 1998 in Spain. They started with their own protocol called busing, and 7 years ago, they created the BES-KNX brand, with which they began to develop and sell KNX products. They design, develop, manufacture all their devices in Spain. The company has more than 20 years of experience in the automation market. I'm glad to welcome Mr. Andres Ornia, who will present BES. But first, we will stop our Facebook Live, and our followers can join us via the Zoom link in the video description. Regarding to your questions, you can ask in the chat box, and I'll collect them to be answered by Andres at the end of the webinar, inshallah. Now, we would like to hear from you, Andres. You have the mic.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone, and thank you for inviting me to this webinar. I hope I can show you a bit of our company and our products. And of course, if you have any questions, please write it in the chat, and I will try to answer all the questions at the end. Well, let me share the screen to show you my presentation. Okay, well, you have made a good presentation about the company. Well, the company was created in 1998 in Asturias, that is a region in the north of Spain. And since 1998, we have been working in the automation products. At the start, we worked with our own protocol that it's called busing. And 7 years ago, we start with the KNX products. We develop, design, and manufacture everything in Spain, and we try to develop products that are easy to use, to control, and to install. And of course, you can use our products in housing, in workplaces, in public buildings, in hotels. Well, we have projects in the whole range of buildings. For now, we are present in more than 70 countries. And we have also our own applications for iOS, for Android. And we also have the compatibility with Google Home. So you can control all our system with our own apps, or also with the Google Home app that allows you to control the system with the voice control. So you can control everything with your voice. As I told you, we have 2 different protocols. We have the KNX, that is the one that we will speak about today. But we also have the busing protocol, that is our own protocol. And well, at the end, you can make the same functions with KNX and with our own protocol. The point is that our protocol is a bit cheaper than KNX. Well, I will start speaking about our products, but first of all, I want to show you our website and our YouTube channel, because in our website and in the YouTube channel, you will find all the information about the products. I will, today we only have an hour, so I will try to be fast and to make a very quick explanation. But if you need more information, you can go to our website, that is BES-KNX.com, .com. And in this part, in the KNX products, you will find all our range of products. If you, for example, go to the actuators, you will find all the actuators, and in each one you will find the datasheet, the programming manual, some frequent answers and questions, the ETS application, well, all the information. And then in our YouTube channel that you can easily find in YouTube, it's called Ingenium is L. You will find videos about all our products. Okay, we have one video for each range of products, for the actuators, for the sensors, for the screens, well, for all the products in our catalog. We have a video, a 1 hour video. So if you need more information, you can also check these videos. Then the
sorry,
first product
Andres,
that I want to show.
you
Yeah.
can copy the link on chat box.
Yeah, sure. I will copy the link for the YouTube channel. Give me a second to put it in the chat. Is the chat here? I don't find the chat here. Participants, security. Okay, chat. I have it here. Okay, this is the YouTube channel, and here, well, this is the actuator part. Let me go here to share you the website. Okay, so in these two links that I have write down in the chat, you can have access to all the information, the YouTube channel and the website. So I will continue with the presentation. Well, the first device that we are going to talk about is the Cubix device. Okay, the Cubix is the name that we use for our range of push buttons and thermostats. There are capacitive push buttons and thermostat, and the good point of these push buttons and thermostat is that you can design everything in the front size of the device. You have three different ranges of customization. You have the basic ones in which you can choose between black and white. Then you have the design ones in which you can design everything in the front part. I mean, you can select a color, you can insert a logo, you can put well, the background that you want. And then we have one step more of customization, in which the glass, instead of being sticked to the back side of the push button, it is fixed with magnets. So this allows you to remove the front part, to remove the glass and change it with another one. So for example, in a house, if you paint if you paint the wall in other color, you can also change the glass and have other colors, or you can have one glass in winter and another glass in summer. Well, you can play with these different designs. And well, to show you how to design this, because we have a very easy to use app, let me show you in the products, in touch buttons and thermostats. You have this Cubix configurator that is to design the glasses. you have to enter a mail, and then you will find this. That is, well, to create your different projects, and then inside the project you can design your own thermostat in a very easy way. I mean, you only have to choose which one do you want. We have 2 buttons, 4 buttons, 6 buttons. Well, this is 6 buttons square. This is 6 buttons vertical. Well, different types of thermostats and push buttons. And then you can choose the background. You can put a color. You can select an image to put it in the backside. For example, this one. You can insert your icons. Let me insert, for example, this one. Change the color of the icons, insert text. You can also insert logos. Well, I mean, you can do what you want in the front part of the glass in a very easy way. Then well, as I told you, we have the 2 buttons to 8 buttons, thermostats, push buttons, and all the push buttons have a thermostat and a temperature sensor embedded. So with any of these push buttons, you can control the temperature in the room. You can control the AC machine to have the temperature that you want by only using one of these push buttons. We also have the ones that are only thermostats. I mean, these ones, the ones that you see in the left part. Let me share completely the screen. These ones, for example, the Cubix T and Cubix TH, you don't have buttons. You only have the thermostat part to put it, for example, in a hotel, in a common area, in a restaurant, or something like this, in which you don't want anyone to press into the buttons to change the temperature. You can use one of these to measure the temperature, to control the AC machine, but without buttons. And then we have these 2 ones. One is with a small screen in the top. The other one is with a display, with a LED display to show the temperature, in which you can control the temperature, and they also show you the temperature that they are measuring, or the temperature that you want in the room. Well, you can configure all this to have the representation of the temperature in the room. Then these ones are new for this year. They are almost the same that these ones, but in these ones we include an air quality sensor. Well, this is because of the COVID and all this pandemic situation. Many people ask us to have something to measure the air quality to avoid the COVID infections. So we developed these new products, and we include in our old devices, in these ones, we include the air quality sensor. So, well, we have this capacity. We can develop, as we did develop, design, and manufacture everything in Spain. It is easy for us to develop new products, to adapt our products to the new specifications in the market. So that's why we have now these 2 new devices with the air quality sensor. Well, this is the app to design the products that I have shown you. I will put also the link on the chat. So if you want to design or to check how to design the Cubix, you can go to this link, enter your mail, and with your mail you will be able to design your own push buttons. Let me share again the screen. Okay. So this is the app to design the Cubix. Well, I have here some pictures because the Cubix, well, the Cubix are very thin. They have only 6 millimeters. They are only 6 millimeters wide. So they are really thin, and that makes the Cubix a very good product to use in almost any project. For example, this one is in a hotel, and as you can see, it's very thin. Then about our screens, we have 3 different types of screen. This one, that is the vertical one that we call Smart Touch. This one that we call PPKL, that is, well, it's bigger, it's a bit bigger. And then we have this new one. All our screens have a web server embedded. So if you put in the project one of our screens, you will have internet connection, and you will be able to control the installation with our app or with the Google Home app, because we have the compatibility as I told you. And also, as the Google Home app have the voice control possibility, you will be able to control everything from with your voice. So with this small screen, for example, you have all this possibility. With only one small screen, you will be able to control the whole installation with your voice and with our mobile app. Then about this screen, well, as you can see, they have many characteristics, but I think that the most important ones are the embedded web server, as I told you, and that this screen also have the thermostat embedded. So with this screen, you can control the climate, you can control the AC machine of the room, the temperature. You can control the whole installation with the app or with the Google Home controller. And you can also control through the screen all the devices in the installation. Of course, through the screen, you can control everything. So with only one product, you are solving the whole installation. Then the PPKL, it doesn't have the thermostat embedded, but it's a bit bigger. We have it in 7.1 inches and also 10 inches. And they allowed you to visualize the installation in 100 plans. So you can put in the screen many icons. You can put many different maps in the screen, and you will be able to control everything with with a bigger screen. And of course, you have also the web server embedded with the possibility to control the installation with the app and with Google Home. Then about this product in the right side of the presentation, we call it SBUS-K. It's the web server embedded that you have in the screens, but without the screen. Well, some people don't want to have a screen in the house. I don't know why, but they don't like the screen, or they prefer to have everything with the usual push buttons and not to have a screen. So you can use this product to have our app integration, the Google Home integration, without using a screen. You have the web server part of the screens, but without the screen. So this product allows you to control the whole installation through the internet, but you don't have the screen. And then we have this one that is our new screen that we have launched this year. And of course, it's a bit better than the old one because it's new and we use a better quality and better newer newer components. And the good point in this screen is that you also have, apart from the web server and all the things that I told you, you have the video intercom. So you can control the video intercom. You can open the door. You can see who is calling you with the video. You can speak through the screen to the video intercom, and of course you have all the control of the house, all the integration with our app and with Google Home app. So this we think it is a good screen that hopefully will have a very good place in the market. Well, this is the other one. Then this is a bit of how to install the screens, because you can use in our power supplies the auxiliary connection, or you can use other power supply. Then about the actuators, we have different actuators from 2 outputs to 22 outputs. The bigger one is the 22 output one. Then for each actuator, we have 2 options. The one with manual control that have some buttons in the tab of the actuators to control directly the different outputs, or the one without manual control, in which you don't have the option to control the outputs with the tab. Of course, the one without manual control is a bit cheaper, but sometimes the manual control is a good point, especially when you are installing the devices and you are making the connections to check if you have correctly connected the light or the shutter. It is good to have the control with the manual control. All our actuators, in all of our actuators, we use the 16 amps relays. So, with that 16 amps relay, you can control lighting, you can control shutter, you can control fan coils, you can control what you want. And all the actuators are multifunctional. What do I mean with multifunctional? I mean that in the same actuator, you can configure the outputs in a different way. For example, in these 22 actuators, you can put in the first output, you can put a light, then you can configure the second and the third output to control a shutter, and in the last 3 ones, you can control a fan coil. I mean, with the same actuators, you can develop different functions in the different outputs. I know that there are some manufacturers that prefer to have one actuators for lighting, and in that actuator you can only control lighting. One actuator for shutters, and with that actuator you can only control shutters. Well, with our actuators, you can decide if you want to control with all the outputs lighting, or if you prefer to control lighting with the 6, with the first one, and then the rest use the rest for shutters, for a fan coil, for valves, for what you want. So I think it's a good point in the actuators, this flexibility, this multifunction. And then, this is an example of the installation with a screen and an actuator to control the shutter. Some examples. And then dimmers. well, we have different dimmers for lighting and also to control other type of, for example, to control the speed of fans or all this, well, all this stuff that we need to control with dimmers. Well, this one is the RGBW dimmer to control 12 or 24 volts LED strips. Well, it's very simple device. Then, oh, sorry. Then these ones are the 1 to 10 dimmers, 1 to 10 volts dimmers. Well, very useful for some types of lighting in which we use ballasts that are 1 to 10. And then the 0 to 10 volts dimmer. Well, we are facing that this device that at first we think about it to control lighting. We are especially using it to control fans. The fans in the fan coil machines. Normally, we control the speeds with 3 outputs, and almost every fan have 3 outputs to control it with 3 different outputs in an actuator. But each time we find that it's getting more usual to have fans 0 to 10 volts fans. So with this one, you can also control that 0 to 10 volts fan and control the speed in with all the range, not only with the 3 speeds. You can control it with well 0 to 10, 0 to 100% speed. Then we have the universal dimmers that you can use to control any kind of lighting, LED lighting, halogens, well, any kind of lighting. We have the 1 channel, 2 channels, and 3 channel dimmers. This is a small example. Then sensors. Well, we have the movement sensors to detect presence. Presence detection, and we have two different types. The first one that you see in the left part detects movement, and it also allows you to fix a threshold. And when the measured lighting is under that threshold, it will turn on the light. If the measured lighting is upper that threshold, it will not turn on the light. So well, you can save energy and of course money if you use this one. And the second one, and the one that is in the right side, allows you to fix a lighting level, and using the dimmers that I have showed you, it will always keep that lighting level. So for example, if you configure the sensor to have, for example, I don't know, 800 luxes, it will calculate a percentage to turn on the light in that percentage and have always 800 luxes. If for example, it is, well, you start at 1 p.m., for example, you have a lot of light in the room, so the sensor will calculate the percentage, and the percentage will be 0% or 10%. So you are saving, you have the light is on, but you are saving energy. Then at night, of course, you will need more light, so the sensor will calculate the percentage, and maybe you will need the 100% or a 90% to keep that level of light. And well, the sensor will calculate that percentage and send that percentage to the dimmers. So different sensors. The first ones to configure a threshold the second one to keep a lighting level. Then, sorry. Then the last sensor, the one that you have in the lower part of the presentation now, the hidden sensor. This sensor, well, it's a really a special one. We have, well, we developed this sensor. Is one of the first devices that the company developed in 1998, and you can use it. Well, it works with radio frequency, so it can detect movement through walls, ceilings, or any non-metallic material. So you can use it to mount it in the upper ceiling, for example. And you don't have to make holes, and you will not see the sensor in the ceiling, but it will be there, and it will detect the movement in the room. And architects like very much this sensor to avoid the holes, or to avoid to have the sensors in the ceiling. For these ones are the same sensors that we have here, that are to mount the sensors embedded in the ceiling. These ones have the same functions, but they are surface mounting. Okay, these ones are conventional sensor. Well, we also made this one. These ones are not KNX. These ones are a movement sensor, a fire sensor, and flooding sensor, which you can connect to the inputs of the actuators, okay, to the digital inputs. So they are not directly KNX, they are only conventional sensors that close a contact, but you can use them in a KNX installation, because you can connect these sensors to the inputs to any digital input in the installation. A movement sensor, thermovelocimetric sensor to detect fire, and flooding sensor. Then we have some gateways. We have lighting gateways and climate gateways. For lighting, we have the DMX, the gateway with the DMX protocol. Sorry, the gateway to control the lights of the DMX protocol, that is especially used for outside installations, like in pools, in big public buildings, in the outside of the buildings. It's a very useful protocol. And then the DALI gateways it's especially used also in public, or in public buildings, or in hotels for the lighting. They use the DALI protocol. So with these gateways, you can communicate the DMX or the DALI protocols with KNX. So you will be able to control these protocols with the KNX installation. Then about the climate gateways, every year we develop new gateways, because all the climate companies, LG, Samsung, Carrier, Daikin, Mitsubishi, are always developing new machines, new AC machines. They usually try to keep the same communication protocol, but sometimes they change. So we have to be always trying to develop new devices to control all the machines. And of course, we always try to develop new gateways to cover brands, to cover new brands that we still don't have in the catalog. So every year we develop 3, 4, 5 new gateways. So I will tell you now about which gateways we have now, but maybe in 2-3 months we will have 3 or 4 new ones. So if you have a project with any other AC machine, you can ask us, because maybe we will have it. We will have the gateway for that AC machine in the future. For now, we have Daikin, Daikin domestic, because the Daikin have two different protocols for the machines. We have Mitsubishi, we have Midea, we have Panasonic. Here I think I have not write all our gateways, but you can check in the website, and we have many gateways and we try to cover all the market of AC machines. And as I told you, we are always trying to develop new ones, because the companies are always developing new machines, and also we have to cover new brands, new AC brands that we have not covered at the moment. And then we have this one that is an IR transmitter, and the one in the left is the IR transmitter, the one in the right is the and the one in the right is transmitter and receiver. What can you do with this device? Well, you can record the codes in any IR transmitter, for example, the remote control of the TV, the remote control of an AC machine. You can record these codes in the remote control, and then you can reproduce that codes from the KNX system. So with this device, you can control any AC machine or the TV, or any device controlled by an IR remote control. So it is very useful when you don't find the climate gateway for in a brand, because we don't have it, or you don't find it in the market. You can use this one and control the AC machine, and also the TV, the radio, the audio system. Well, it's a very, very useful device. And with the one in the right, apart from reproduce the codes, you can also receive codes. So for example, you can develop a scenario in your KNX system by pressing a button in your remote control. For example, with the remote control of the TV, you can press the green button in the remote control, and that means cinema scenario. So all the system will start working, and will move down all the shutters and turn off the lights, for example, and turn on the TV. So with these devices, you can develop many functions with all the IR devices. This one is to measure the consumption of an installation. We have it in especially in housing projects, but also in some hotels or some big installations. They want to know how much they are wasting in energy. So with this one, you can measure the consumption. This one is like a mix of everything. It's like a mix of an actuator, a mix of a dimmer. We try to have in only one device all functions that you can need in a big hotel room. So we have some channels for dimming lights. We have relays. We have relays to control a fan coil. We have many digital inputs. So well, this one is like a mix of an actuator, a dimmer, and digital inputs to install this device and have everything covered in a hotel room, in a big hotel room. And also, if you use it in a small house, you have almost everything covered, because we have two channels for dimming lights that you can, with these two channels, you can dim the, for example, the living room light, and then you have many relays to, well, to act on the shutters, and well, with only one and also the fan coil control. So with only one device, you covered, of course, a hotel room, but also a small apartment, for example, with only one device. You can cover many functions in that apartment, for example. And then for hotels, we have these special Cubix that are Cubix to install them in outside of the room, in the door, not in door, in outside of the room, to show the room number, to have and to have the possibility to show the do not disturb or make up my room, to show the do not disturb and the make up my room buttons. Of course, we will have to put inside the room the possibility to the client to change that, to change between the do not disturb or make up my room, and it will be shown in this device that will be outside of the room. So it is a good information for the hotel, and it is better than the normal paper that that you find in the hotels. It is a bit modern, and hotels really like it, because it's like a good marketing tool to show the clients that they are in a modern hotel. Well, then here we have the accessories to program and to work with the KNX system, the USB programmer, the hyper router, and the repeater or line coupler to use in the installation. And finally, our power supplies. Well, we have a whole range of power supplies that KNX allows to use. I mean, the one from 80 milliamperes, 160, 320, and 640. And we have the special power supply is the one with 640 and backup. The point of this device is that it is a KNX power supply, and you can connect a battery in the lower right part. You can connect a battery, so if there is a power cut or there is a problem in the installation, this device will keep the tension, will keep the voltage in the KNX line. Let me show you some projects that we have you can check in our website. In references, you can check and see some projects that we have made all over the world. We have many kinds of projects. We have hotels. We have, for example, this one is a big hospital here in Spain. It's a very huge project with a hospital. Of course, we have many houses. We have some football stadiums like this one that is in Cyprus. In which, here you can check and see the different projects that we have made all over the world. Of course, there are projects that we even don't know about them because well, we sell the products, and many times we don't know where the products are going to be installed. But in these projects are projects that are completely made with our products. Well, this one, for example, is in Korea, and it's a very huge project with many apartments, and it's made in South Korea. Well, you can check the video later, and it's a really huge project. So you can check here. I will also put the link in the chat, and you can check the projects that we have made all over the world. Sorry, here. Okay, so well, that's all from my side. I know, I think I have been very fast because I don't want you to take, I don't want to take you too much time. As I told you, you have the in our YouTube channel, you have the videos for about all the products, so you can check the videos and you will find more information about our products and more information about the possibilities with the products, and also some clues about how to program the devices. So if you are interested, please check these videos. That will be very useful for you. And then about how to contact us, what you have in the website, you have this contact us tab. And you can contact us in this well, with this contact formulario, or also in our mail, or well, in this mail. Okay. So I think that's all from my side. I don't know if there are any question in the chat, or if you want to ask me something now.
Thank you very much, Andres. Actually, we don't have any question, as everything is clear.
Okay, well, I know it's a lot of information in a very short time.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think you will need to think about all this, and you will need to to think about this, and then you will have doubts. Of course, you can ask us any doubts that you have, or you can ask us about any help that you will need.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you with us. I hope you will enjoy this amazing presentation. And thank you again, Andres. See you tomorrow with EA KNX brand at the same time. Thank you.
So thank you everyone for your time, and have a good night.
Have a good time. Thank you.